In this video, I'm going to show you how to load data files into Dataforge Notebook. I already have Dataforge Notebook open, but let me show you the files that I'm going to load. I've just switched to my terminal. I'll show you what's in this demo data directory here. You can see that I've got a CSV file, example.csv, and a JSON file, example.json. These are actually the example data files that come with Dataforge Notebook. So if you've already installed Dataforge Notebook, you can find these data files in the examples directory. These files are simply text files. There's nothing more to it. Let me show you. I can use the cat command to print out the contents of a file. This format is called CSV. That stands for comma separated values, because as you can see, each column in this data format is separated by a comma. The other file is a JSON file. Let's use the cat command to have a look at that. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Now back to Dataforge Notebook. We can easily load both of our data files using the built-in Node.js file system functions. I'm creating a new JavaScript notebook. To access the data files, I need to save this notebook in the same directory as the data files, and then I can access those data files through relative paths. I'm going to save this notebook as my notebook. Now I'm going to require the Node.js FS module. We're going to be using the promises version of it though. So now I can call fs.readFile. I can tell it the name of the file that I want to load. Note that I'm using a relative path here. It's a text file and the format is UTF-8. That's a pretty common file format for text. This read file function, this is an asynchronous function. So I need to use the await keyword to await the results of this function, and I need to capture that data variable so I can use it afterwards. Now I'm simply going to console log the data so that I can see what it looks like. Let's run this notebook, see what the result is. There you have it. I've loaded some text data into Dataforge Notebook. That was the CSV file though. Let's have a quick look at the JSON file. Just going to change the file name there to the .json version. I'll run the notebook again and we can see what the JSON data looks like. As it stands, we can't do very much with this data. We're going to need to parse it into a data structure in memory before we can use it. In order to be able to process it or filter it or transform it or do any other kind of operation on it, you usually need to parse it. And that's what we'll be looking at in the next video.